The Steel City might be most associated with its legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The LSU Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
So Pittsburgh's offense will go to work for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Fires left. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well-earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. So you're like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The give to the single back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Back to the ground with the running back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Firing to the right, complete. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some back.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
LSU 14-3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. Running toward the tape. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Panthers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also
Oh, they blocked the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability.
He smashes his way through again. Oh, look out. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and a lot of quarterbacks, and these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He'll try to really get into this one.
On to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's Durham. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU, really understanding that, flying up, making the big play.
3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're trying to get to him. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Really putting together a threat now. They've got the 1st, it's at the 37. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. 1st down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're bringing heat. The expressway is wide open. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Durham. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the second quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got
a lot of running room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Oh, it's a reverse. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Panthers. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch on the left. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Reed. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Pitt. Oh, the offense shows some life here. He cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he made the extra point without problem. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. LSU quick to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down.
And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Quick completion to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. Defense wants to bring the heat. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Zings it complete to the right. He could not get it in. They were going for 2 to try to push this out to a field goal lead, but they'll stay on top by just 1. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown LSU! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Line gets set, 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Holstein. Looking to scramble. Escapes the sack. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Lee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Firing deep. Snags it inside the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely...
A shot toward the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal. You turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to...
And the pass is intercepted. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
LSU 50, Pitt 29.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
To the air, it's Holstein. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, they'll take to the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Pitt right back to the line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Trying to find his man on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Pressure coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete.
I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle? Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Pitt looking to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays.
Looking to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And they did tack on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Makes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing.